Less is more. The magic of a simple life. Stoicism. Less is more. This powerful phrase, often attributed to the great architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, challenges us to rethink how we approach life. In a world obsessed with accumulation and excess, it's easy to believe that more is better. But Stoicism teaches us the opposite, that simplicity can lead to greater happiness and fulfillment. What if the secret to a more meaningful life lies in reducing distractions, letting go of unnecessary clutter and focusing on what truly matters? Think about it. Eating less chocolate cake might actually bring more satisfaction in the long run. In today's video, we'll explore how the principle of less is more can transform your life, not just through material possessions, but by embracing simplicity in all aspects of your existence. Have you ever considered how a simpler life could bring you more joy? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your ideas in the comments below, and let's dive into how applying Stoic wisdom can lead to profound personal growth and happiness. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. The philosophy of less is more in history and life. Number 1. Epicurus's simplicity. Epicurus, the ancient Greek philosopher, showed us that true happiness is found not in indulgence or excess, but in simplicity. In a world that often celebrates material wealth, success, and status, he believed that life's most genuine pleasures lay in the simple things, such as a loaf of bread shared with friends, a glass of water when thirsty, or a meaningful conversation. For Epicurus, happiness was not about accumulating more but desiring less, appreciating the small joys that make up our daily lives. This notion directly challenges modern society, where we're often told that happiness comes from the pursuit of wealth, possessions, and recognition. Epicurus understood that desires shape our dissatisfaction. The more we crave, the less content we feel. By reducing these desires and letting go of the constant chase for luxury or material goods, we can unlock a deeper, more lasting satisfaction. Happiness, he argued, is a state of mind that comes from moderation and mindfulness, not from acquiring more. In today's consumer-driven culture, where we are constantly encouraged to buy more and strive for success, Epicurus's message remains relevant. True happiness, he taught, is not something you can purchase. It's something you can create through a change in perspective. Instead of chasing after the latest gadgets, the biggest house, or the most fashionable clothes, Epicurus believed we should find joy in what we already have, in the richness of our relationships, the beauty of simple moments, and the inner peace that comes from letting go of excess. By focusing on what's present in our lives, not what's missing, we can cultivate a life of fulfillment and tranquility. True contentment, he taught, comes from within, not from external circumstances. A key aspect of Epicurus's philosophy was the importance of friendship and human connection. He saw the greatest pleasures as stemming from genuine relationships. In an era where social media often leaves us feeling connected but lonely, this message is especially timely. Epicurus reminds us that a meaningful conversation with a friend, a shared laugh, or even quiet companionship can be more fulfilling than any material possession. This emphasis on relationships encourages us to slow down and invest in the people around us, rather than focusing solely on personal achievements or superficial success. Epicurus also understood the dangers of envy, which can distract us from true happiness. In today's world, where social comparison is rampant, especially through platforms like Instagram, it's easy to feel inadequate or dissatisfied with what we have. But as Epicurus wisely recognized, envy does not lead to happiness. Instead, it robs us of peace by focusing our attention on what we lack. By freeing ourselves from this cycle of comparison, we can learn to appreciate what we already have and find more satisfaction in the life we live. Epicurus didn't advocate for a life of deprivation, but for a life free of unnecessary cravings. The less we desire, the more we can enjoy life's simple pleasures. Happiness, he believed, is found in learning to live simply, embracing what is essential and rejecting the notion that our worth is tied to how much we own or achieve. This idea is as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece. In a world that often tells us to seek more, Epicurus invites us to seek less. Less consumption, less comparison, and less striving. This philosophy aligns closely with modern Stoicism, which also emphasizes the importance of self-control, mindfulness, and inner peace. Both Epicurus and Stoic philosophers teach that true happiness doesn't come from external sources, but from how we manage our thoughts, desires, and actions. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." This idea resonates with Epicurus's teachings, reminding us that happiness is not about accumulating wealth or possessions, but about cultivating a life of meaning, relationships, and self-awareness. In today's world, where the noise of consumerism often drowns out life's quiet pleasures, Epicurus's philosophy is a powerful reminder that we are not defined by the things we own, but by how we choose to live. By embracing simplicity, we can find fulfillment in ways that transcend materialism. A life focused on reducing unnecessary desires, nurturing meaningful connections, and appreciating the present moment is a life of true abundance. In the end, simplicity doesn't just make life easier, it makes it richer, deeper, and more rewarding. By practicing the principles of modern Stoicism, we can find peace in the midst of a busy, consumer-driven world. By focusing on what truly matters, relationships, personal growth, and inner peace, we can create a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and content. In this way, Epicurus's ancient wisdom remains an essential guide for modern living, teaching us that less truly can be more. Number 2, the Stoics' inner happiness. The Stoics, a group of ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, believed that true happiness comes from within, not from material possessions or external achievements. They taught that happiness is not about acquiring more things or seeking higher status, but about mastering our desires and cultivating inner peace. By reducing our cravings, we are less affected by unmet expectations. This Stoic principle, that simplicity is not deprivation but liberation, remains as relevant today as it was in ancient times. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." The Stoics cautioned against the pursuit of wealth and recognition, comparing these desires to invisible chains that trap us in a cycle of longing and disappointment. While these pursuits may seem alluring, they do not lead to true fulfillment. Instead, the Stoics emphasized focusing on what truly matters: our character, values, and virtues. This inward focus helps build emotional resilience and enables us to live authentically, free from societal pressures. As Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In Stoic thought, true wealth is not measured by possessions, but by our ability to find contentment with what we have. This aligns with modern minimalism, which advocates for simplifying life and focusing on what brings true joy. In today's consumer-driven world, where happiness is often equated with more possessions, success, and recognition, Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing alternative. We are constantly told that happiness comes from having more stuff, more success, more acknowledgement. Yet how often does the pursuit of more actually satisfy us? The Stoics challenge us to reflect. Are we living in alignment with our core values, or are we chasing fleeting pleasures? Are we seeking happiness in the present, or waiting for the next acquisition to bring fulfillment? Stoicism teaches that happiness is not found in accumulation, but in eliminating what is unnecessary. As Epictetus reminded us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Stoic contentment comes from mastering our internal state, not from external things. Gratitude plays a central role in Stoic philosophy. By appreciating what we already have, our health, relationships, and the present moment, we cultivate a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. The Stoics encourage us to focus on what we possess, rather than what we lack. This practice shifts our perception of less into enough, fostering deep contentment that does not depend on acquiring more. In this way, Stoicism offers balance to the excesses of modern life. It invites us to slow down, reflect, and find joy in the simple, meaningful aspects of existence. By wanting less, we free ourselves to experience life more fully, without the constant pressure for more. The principles of Stoicism are especially relevant today. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while letting go of what we cannot control, like external events or others' behavior. This shift allows us to regain our agency in a world that often feels overwhelming. It encourages emotional resilience, helping us live in accordance with our deepest values. By practicing Stoicism, we navigate life with clarity and purpose, finding peace not in external outcomes but in the process itself. Stoicism reminds us that true freedom and happiness come from desiring less and appreciating the present moment. Embracing simplicity allows us to understand the profound truth that less is more. The more we let go of unnecessary desires, the more we open ourselves to the richness of life as it is. This process cultivates inner peace and lasting happiness, independent of external circumstances. Stoic wisdom offers a powerful antidote to the noise and excesses of modern life. By focusing on inner growth, cultivating gratitude, and simplifying our desires, we can create lives that are richer in meaning and more peaceful. In a world that constantly pushes us to seek more, Stoicism teaches us to pause, reflect, and realize that true happiness does not come from accumulation, but from living with less. By practicing this approach, we can experience the freedom of living authentically and peacefully, with gratitude for what we already have. The key to happiness is not striving for more, but appreciating and living with less. Number 3. Buddha's middle path. Have you ever felt torn between two extremes, pulled by the temptation to indulge in everything life offers and the pressure to sacrifice everything for success, discipline, or ambition? In the chaos of modern life, it's hard to know where true peace lies. But what if the answer isn't in excess or deprivation, but in something simpler? Balance. Buddha's middle path offers timeless wisdom on this. Having lived a life of luxury before seeking spiritual truth, Buddha discovered that neither indulgence nor extreme self-denial led to lasting happiness. Instead, peace is found in moderation, a balanced approach that focuses on what is essential. This teaching is as relevant today as it was in Buddha's time and aligns closely with Stoic philosophy, which also advocates for simplicity and balance as the path to peace. The middle path encourages avoiding excess, whether in material possessions, work, or emotions. Modern life is full of distractions urging us to do more, have more, and be more. We live in an era of overconsumption, spending hours on social media, overindulging in food, or working nonstop in the pursuit of success. But what do we gain from all this? More often than not, we end up burnt out, dissatisfied, and disconnected. Buddha's wisdom encourages us to seek balance, focus on what truly matters, and live intentionally. Imagine a buffet filled with delicious food. If you overload your plate, you'll feel bloated and uncomfortable. But if you take just enough to satisfy your hunger, you'll enjoy the meal without regret. This simple analogy illustrates Buddha's point. Less can often be more. By choosing only what nourishes us, whether in relationships, work, or leisure, we can find fulfillment without the chaos of excess. This idea of balance is crucial in our fast-paced world. We often feel pressured to excel in every area: work, family, health, and personal growth, while managing our time and energy. It's overwhelming. However, the Stoic teachings, in line with Buddha's middle path, remind us that we don't need to chase every opportunity or experience. Instead, we should focus on what truly matters. Take Sarah, for example. She was a high-achieving professional, working long hours and sacrificing her health and relationships. Initially, the rewards came: higher pay, praise from her boss, and a sense of accomplishment. But over time, Sarah grew exhausted and disconnected. Her health suffered, and her personal life fell apart. After reflecting on her life, Sarah realized something had to change. She began setting boundaries at work, making time for her health and reconnecting with her passions. Slowly, she began to feel more balanced, not because she was doing everything, but because she focused on what mattered most. Sarah's story isn't unique. Many of us fall into the trap of extremes, thinking that happiness lies in more or less. But both Stoic and Buddhist teachings show us that true peace comes from intentional living and finding harmony in our choices. How can we apply this wisdom to our own lives? Are there areas where you feel out of balance? Are you overindulging, whether it's food, social media, or material possessions, or perhaps sacrificing too much in your career or relationships? What would it look like to find a middle ground? The middle path isn't about rigid rules. It's about mindfulness and making deliberate choices that reflect your core values. When we find balance, we nurture our health, strengthen relationships, and live with more grace. Buddha's teaching also emphasizes simplicity. In a world full of distractions, stripping away excess, whether it's physical clutter, a busy schedule, or mental noise, creates space for what truly matters. Letting go of what doesn't serve us allows us to focus on the essentials, things that bring joy, meaning, and connection. The middle path encourages us to live intentionally, prioritize what matters, and eliminate distractions. The message is simple but powerful. Balance and simplicity are not just ideals, but choices. They involve focusing on what's essential, embracing moderation, and letting go of the excess that overwhelms us. By living intentionally, we create a more meaningful, fulfilling, and peaceful life. The Stoic teachings and Buddha's middle path remind us that happiness doesn't come from extremes. It comes from living simply, mindfully, and with purpose. The power to create this life is in your hands, if you choose to embrace the middle path. What do you think is the key to true happiness? Is it simplicity, inner peace, or balance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Simplicity brings true happiness, or inner peace is the key to happiness, or balance is the secret to lasting happiness. Don't forget to watch until the end of the video for even more inspiring insights. Number 4. Simplicity in spirituality. Simplicity is a core principle in many spiritual traditions, each emphasizing its power to help us declutter our minds and hearts, leading to a life of inner peace. Buddhism teaches that simplicity involves letting go of desires and practicing mindfulness, which helps us achieve clarity and tranquility. By reducing attachments and cravings, we open ourselves to a deeper connection with the present moment and the world around us. Christianity also promotes simplicity, urging followers to live humbly, free from material excess, and focus on spiritual wealth. Jesus said, "Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven." This guidance encourages us to focus on inner virtues such as kindness and humility, rather than chasing after fleeting material possessions. Zen Buddhism adds another layer with its concept of wabi-sabi, which celebrates the beauty of imperfection and authenticity, urging us to appreciate the simple, natural aspects of life rather than striving for unattainable perfection. Together, these teachings convey a powerful message. Simplicity is not only about reducing external clutter, but also about creating space for deeper reflection, connection, and growth within ourselves. The essence of simplicity in spirituality is the invitation to slow down and embrace the present moment. By eliminating distractions, whether they be material, societal, or mental, we create room to reconnect with our core values and the world around us. This approach fosters gratitude, helping us appreciate what we already have, rather than constantly striving for more. Simplicity in life also enhances our relationships, allowing us to interact with others more intentionally and meaningfully, free from superficial concerns. As modern Stoicism teaches, true happiness lies not in accumulating external possessions but in mastering our desires and focusing on what truly enriches our lives. As Epicurus said, Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In today's world, filled with distractions and instant gratification, spiritual simplicity offers an antidote, helping us return to what truly matters: peace, authentic connections, and alignment with our values. In our fast-paced modern world, simplicity becomes even more relevant. The constant noise and distractions can prevent us from tuning into what truly matters. Spiritual simplicity is not just about owning fewer things, but about being more present, more aware, and more connected to our inner selves. By stripping away what does not serve our well-being, we can live a more purposeful and fulfilled life. Mindfulness and stillness help us align our actions with our true values, which leads to greater contentment, stronger relationships, and inner peace. Modern Stoicism resonates deeply with this principle, emphasizing the importance of focusing on internal virtues rather than external success or material wealth. Stoicism teaches that seeking happiness in possessions or status is ultimately unfulfilling. Instead, we should turn inward, embracing simplicity and focusing on the things that truly bring meaning and fulfillment. Simplicity in spirituality also teaches us to find the sacred in the everyday. In a culture that values the exceptional or the extraordinary, spirituality encourages us to appreciate the quiet moments, the peaceful morning, a shared meal, a friendly smile, as profound expressions of life. This aligns with Stoic beliefs, particularly the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Spiritual simplicity asks us to shift our focus, stripping away distractions, to rediscover the sacredness of the ordinary moments in life. This practice opens us to a deeper sense of fulfillment, one that doesn't rely on external circumstances or material success, but on cultivating a mindset that values simplicity, presence, and connection. As we navigate modern life, overwhelmed by constant information, expectations, and material desires, embracing simplicity and spirituality offers a path to peace. It allows us to find clarity, calm, and joy in the simple, unadorned aspects of life. By focusing on the present, aligning our actions with our values, and fostering meaningful relationships, we create lives rich in purpose and satisfaction. Spiritual simplicity is not just about shedding material possessions, but about reconnecting with what truly matters, living fully in the moment. The teachings of ancient spiritual traditions combined with the wisdom of modern Stoicism guide us toward embracing simplicity. By doing so, we can cultivate a life of inner peace, lasting fulfillment, and deeper connections. Ultimately, embracing simplicity and spirituality helps us experience the profound beauty and magic of a simple life, grounded in the present moment and aligned with our highest values. Number 5. Modern minimalism. In today's fast-paced world where consumerism constantly urges us to acquire more, modern minimalism stands as a refreshing reminder that less is more. It's more than just a trend. It's a lifestyle that encourages us to focus on what truly matters. True contentment, as modern minimalism teaches, doesn't come from accumulating things, but from simplifying our lives to make space for clarity, peace, and purpose. Joshua Becker, a leading advocate of minimalism, states, "Minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of everything that distracts us from it." By questioning the necessity of our possessions and time, we begin to ask, does this truly add value to my life? This question invites us to reassess our attachments and offers freedom from clutter and the exhausting chase for more. Minimalism is not about deprivation, it's about intentional living, clearing excess to make room for what aligns with our core values. This aligns with Stoic philosophy, which teaches that happiness comes not from external possessions or societal validation, but from cultivating inner peace and wisdom. Decluttering in minimalism isn't limited to our physical environment, it extends to mental clarity. By removing distractions, both material and mental, we regain focus on what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and meaningful experiences. Imagine entering a home free from unnecessary items, where each object serves a purpose, or having a schedule that isn't overwhelmed with commitments. This minimalist ideal creates peace rather than stress, prioritizing quality over quantity. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, emphasized living simply and intentionally, with Aurelius stating, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Minimalism mirrors this, allowing us to align our actions with our values rather than being driven by external pressures. Minimalism also shifts our mindset from scarcity to sufficiency. Instead of always seeking more, it encourages appreciation for what we already have. This is especially significant in an age dominated by social media and advertisements that make us feel incomplete. Minimalism teaches us that happiness isn't found in acquiring more but in valuing what we already possess, whether time, relationships, or the simple beauty of life. Stoic philosopher Epicurus reminds us, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." By embracing this mindset, we come to understand that true wealth lies in contentment with less, finding joy in simplicity, and prioritizing experiences over material goods. This Stoic approach to moderating desires aligns perfectly with modern minimalism. In today's world, minimalism offers more than a solution to physical clutter. It provides emotional and mental freedom. As society pushes us to want more, minimalism invites us to reflect on whether more truly leads to happiness. The core of modern minimalism and Stoicism is the recognition that true happiness comes from mastering our desires, not being controlled by them. By letting go of the unnecessary, we make space for what truly enriches our lives. In a society constantly urging us to do more and buy more, minimalism encourages doing less, buying less, and simply being. It's about appreciating the present moment and finding contentment without external validation. This shift toward simplicity isn't only about owning fewer things. It's about embracing the idea that life doesn't have to be complicated. By reducing both external and internal noise, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters. This is the essence of Stoicism. Peace comes from within, not from external achievements. The more we simplify, the more we realize that happiness isn't something to chase, but something to cultivate daily. When we embrace this philosophy, we discover that less is indeed more, not just materially, but in how we choose to live. By removing distractions and focusing on what brings us joy, we create lives that are not only simpler, but richer in meaning. Through minimalism, we become masters of our environment and desires, and through Stoicism, we deepen our understanding of living with purpose and peace. Both modern minimalism and Stoicism provide powerful frameworks for living a life guided by internal values, not external circumstances. They remind us that happiness doesn't require more, it requires less. By clearing away excess, whether in our possessions, schedules, or mental clutter, we make space for what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and connection to the present. This lifestyle shift encourages us to appreciate what we already have and in doing so find contentment. As we embrace minimalism and Stoicism, we discover that less isn't just more, it's better, and in this simplicity we find a deeper, more enduring happiness independent of the pursuit of more. What do you think about the concept of less is more in spirituality and modern life? Do you agree that simplifying your relationships, possessions, and mental clutter can lead to greater peace and fulfillment? Comment yes if you think this approach could change your life, or comment 1 if you're curious to see how it works in practice. And don't forget to watch the video until the end, as we dive into some surprising practical applications and benefits of simplicity that you won't want to miss. Practical applications and benefits of less is more. Number 1. Minimal living spaces. In our fast-paced modern world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of things we accumulate, whether they're material possessions, responsibilities, or distractions. But what if the secret to peace, clarity, and fulfillment is not in gaining more, but in doing less? This is the essence of the Stoic secrets, where the idea of less is more invites us to simplify our lives and focus on what truly matters. The principle of minimalism, especially in the way we live and organize our homes, is a powerful practice that can lead to not only physical, but also mental and emotional freedom. Picture this: a home that isn't cluttered with things you don't need, a space where each item has a purpose and every corner fosters a sense of calm. This minimalist approach is not about living in emptiness. It's about creating a sanctuary for clarity and peace. For instance, think about how often you've walked into a room filled with unnecessary items only to feel instantly drained or distracted. Now imagine a living space with clean lines, neutral tones, and only the essentials. It feels different, doesn't it? It's easier to breathe, to focus, to relax. This is the power of simplicity. The idea is to use multifunctional furniture that not only saves space, but also saves your mental energy. When your home is organized, every movement you make becomes more efficient, every task simpler. Minimalism in living spaces is an invitation to free up emotional and mental bandwidth. By letting go of things that no longer serve a purpose, whether it's unused kitchen gadgets or old clothing, you not only reduce physical clutter, but also the mental weight that comes with it. This ties directly into the Stoic practice of distinguishing between what we truly need and what we've accumulated in the pursuit of external validation or fleeting pleasure. How much of what you own is actually essential to your well-being? When you apply the one-in, one-out principle, you actively create balance in your life, ensuring that each new possession serves a purpose and doesn't add to the unnecessary noise. In a world full of distractions, minimizing the clutter around you helps you focus on what really matters: your goals, your health, your relationships. Just think about this. When your space is tidy and your home is functional, you can easily turn your attention to things that matter most, whether that's personal growth or meaningful experiences. By investing less in physical objects and more in experiences, you start to build a life that is richer, not with things, but with moments that truly feed your soul. Take Sarah, for example. She had a busy career, a family, and a long list of to-dos. Her house, though well-maintained, was filled with things she rarely used. She had multiple kitchen appliances, clothing she never wore, and countless knickknacks that added no value to her life. One day, Sarah decided to declutter. She gave away what she no longer needed, organized her space, and created a more intentional environment. Almost immediately, she noticed a shift, not only in her home but in her mindset. She felt lighter, less distracted, and more focused on her work and relationships. By simplifying her space, Sarah had created space for what truly mattered: time for her family, personal growth, and a deeper connection to her own sense of peace. This is the beauty of a minimalist approach. It frees you to live intentionally. Minimal living spaces aren't just about aesthetics. They're about creating an environment that supports your goals and values. The benefits are clear: a clutter-free home reduces stress, improves focus, and invites a sense of calm into your daily routine. It allows you to prioritize your well-being and financial freedom, letting you invest in what truly enriches your life. But the principle of less is more isn't limited to your home. It can extend to your entire lifestyle. By applying Stoic secrets to your everyday habits, you begin to live with intention, cutting away distractions and focusing only on what aligns with your true values. Imagine how much more fulfilling your life would be if you spent your time, money, and energy on things that truly matter, rather than on things that simply add to the noise. How can you start today? Look around your home, your schedule, and your habits. What can you let go of that no longer serves you? How can you simplify your life in a way that opens up space for the things that truly bring you joy and fulfillment? Remember, a simple life isn't about deprivation. It's about intention. By focusing on less, you make room for more of what matters. You gain clarity, purpose, and a deeper connection to the present moment. So, as you begin your journey toward a simpler life, ask yourself, what can you release today, and what can you embrace to create a life that is more meaningful and peaceful? Number 2. Simplifying work. In our modern, fast-paced world, the need to simplify work has never been more critical. Amid the constant hustle and ever-growing demands, simplifying your approach to work is not just a strategy, but a necessity for maintaining both productivity and mental well-being. The first step in this journey is to ruthlessly eliminate tools, processes, and habits that add complexity without contributing real value. In modern Stoicism, this concept of clarity and purpose aligns with the Stoic practice of focusing only on what is essential. As Epicurus wisely reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. To streamline your work life, it's crucial to prioritize tasks by focusing on what truly matters. Utilizing frameworks like the Eisenhower matrix, where you separate tasks into urgent and important categories, can help you hone in on your most impactful work while avoiding the trap of distractions. Rather than feeling the pressure to check off an endless list of tasks, recognize that quality often trumps quantity. Completing fewer tasks with excellence provides far more satisfaction and long-term success than juggling too many responsibilities that spread your focus thin. This is a key principle in modern Stoicism, acknowledging that while we cannot control every aspect of our professional life, we can always choose to devote our energy and attention to endeavors that align with our core values. Delegation also plays a crucial role in this simplification process. By recognizing that not everything demands your direct involvement, you can free up your time to focus on higher priority tasks, which prevents burnout and keeps your mind sharp. In a work environment, a minimalist workspace is a powerful tool that not only promotes productivity but also encourages creativity. A clutter-free desk, free from the distractions of excessive decorations, piles of papers, or outdated files, creates an environment where focus can thrive. Simplifying the physical space around you directly impacts your mental space, leading to clearer thinking and improved performance. Technology, while often seen as a source of overload, can also be harnessed to simplify work processes. With the right tools for automation, task tracking, and efficient communication, you can streamline many repetitive tasks and ensure that your attention is directed toward what truly matters. Clearing out unnecessary emails, unsubscribing from irrelevant lists, and organizing digital files are small yet impactful steps that save time and reduce cognitive clutter. When we simplify, we open ourselves to greater clarity and efficiency in all aspects of life, especially in our work. This clarity enables us to align our professional endeavors with our deeper values, allowing room for both innovation and growth. In modern Stoicism, we are reminded that work is not a mere accumulation of tasks, but a medium through which we express our values and purpose. Moreover, as counterintuitive as it might seem, balancing work and rest is often the ultimate productivity hack. Rest is not a luxury but a vital component of sustained success and well-being. Just as the Stoics understood the importance of balance in life, we too must learn to recharge our mental and physical energy. Rest keeps us energized and motivated, providing the stamina necessary to pursue our professional and personal goals with greater focus and determination. Therefore, by simplifying our work, embracing quality over quantity, and integrating balance, we can create a work life that not only enhances our productivity, but also aligns with the principles of modern Stoicism, leading to deeper fulfillment and a more resilient mind. Number 3. Streamlined consumption. In the age of excess, where the marketplace bombards us with endless choices, the art of streamlined consumption offers a potent antidote. Modern Stoicism teaches us that true wealth does not lie in the accumulation of things but in the discernment of what is truly valuable. It urges us to stop and reflect before each purchase. Does this item serve a genuine purpose, or is it a fleeting desire driven by impulse? As the Stoic philosopher Epicurus wisely put it, wealth consists not in having great possessions but in having few wants. In a world that glorifies excess, this principle of thoughtful, deliberate consumption is more relevant than ever. By shifting our mindset, we begin to prioritize quality over quantity. Instead of stockpiling cheap, disposable items that clutter our homes and minds, We choose to invest in durable, well-made products that stand the test of time. This not only alleviates the mental load of managing endless possessions, but also helps us avoid the cycle of constant replacement, which can drain both our resources and our peace of mind. A prime example of this can be seen in how we approach our wardrobes. Rather than chasing ever-changing trends that demand we keep up with fast fashion, modern Stoicism encourages us to curate a wardrobe built on timeless, versatile pieces that serve us for years, rather than months. In the same vein, our relationship with technology should reflect the same restraint. Today's gadgets come loaded with an array of flashy features that often serve no real purpose other than to distract us from our true needs. By focusing on the essentials, choosing tools that meet our needs without the extra bells and whistles, we simplify our lives, reduce stress, and free up mental space for more important pursuits. This thoughtful approach is not about denying ourselves, but about understanding that satisfaction and happiness are not found in excess. Instead, it comes from being conscious of what truly enriches our lives and aligning our purchases with our deeper values. The benefits of such a lifestyle ripple out into many areas of life. Financially, we see savings accumulate as we stop spending on fleeting desires and focus on what truly adds value. Emotionally, the reduction in clutter fosters a sense of clarity and gratitude for the things we already own, helping us feel richer, not in material wealth, but in contentment. Moreover, our environmentally conscious choices make a tangible difference in reducing waste and preserving the planet for future generations. Streamlined consumption leads to a life that is simpler, more fulfilling, and more in tune with the essence of modern Stoicism, reminding us that less truly is more. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, aptly said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we choose to consume thoughtfully, we choose quality over quantity in both our material possessions and our mental state. In today's fast-paced world, embracing this practice is more crucial than ever, not just for our individual well-being, but for the collective health of our environment and society. So, by consuming less, we don't just declutter our homes, but we also make room for more meaningful experiences, more intentional living, and a greater sense of peace. What's one thing you could simplify in your life right now? Is it clean your house, or simplify your work, or be more mindful of what you buy? Be sure to watch until the end for more intentional living tips, especially the last 3. They'll change your life. Number 4. Relationships Simplified. One of the most impactful Stoic secrets is the simple yet powerful idea that less can truly be more, especially in our relationships. In today's world, we're encouraged to expand our social networks endlessly, amass more friends, attend more events, and appear constantly connected. Social media magnifies this pressure, offering an image of a life overflowing with interactions. However, Stoicism teaches us a refreshing lesson: simplify. Life is fleeting, and the Stoics believed that to live meaningfully, we must focus on what truly matters: quality over quantity. When it comes to relationships, this means investing time and energy in those that bring real joy and support, and letting go of those that drain us or add unnecessary stress. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by a busy social calendar, yet feeling disconnected and empty inside? You might have been surrounded by people at a party, but your thoughts were elsewhere, longing for something deeper. This feeling of disconnect reveals the wisdom of simplicity. The Stoic way is not about having many relationships, but about having a few meaningful ones that enrich your life. A single heartfelt conversation with a close friend or a shared hobby with a loved one can bring more joy than a dozen casual interactions. So, how can you start simplifying your relationships? First, begin by setting boundaries. Learn to say no to relationships or social obligations that are draining or shallow. Understand that not every social invitation deserves your time and emotional energy. Saying no creates space to focus on the relationships that truly matter. Think about how often you overcommit to events or people who leave you feeling exhausted. Are you holding on to connections out of obligation rather than genuine connection? Setting boundaries isn't just about saying no, it's about being intentional with your time. To build deeper relationships, you need to be present. Active listening and showing you truly care can strengthen bonds more than merely being physically there. When was the last time you listened to a friend without distractions? When did you last spend uninterrupted time with your family? These moments, no matter how small, are where real connections are made. They don't require a packed schedule, just your full attention. Another powerful way to simplify your relationships is to reduce reliance on social media. While these platforms make it easy to stay in touch, they often fail to foster genuine connections. Most online interactions are shallow, likes, comments, and quick updates, which cannot replace the depth of face-to-face conversations. The Stoic approach suggests that stepping away from constant digital distractions and focusing on in-person connections will not only deepen your relationships, but also clear your mind from the clutter of online life. Simplifying your social life has a positive impact on your inner peace. The Stoics taught that true tranquility comes from cultivating wisdom and virtue, and part of this journey involves surrounding yourself with people who support your growth. Ask yourself, which relationships bring you true joy and peace? Are there any that you maintain out of habit, despite their draining effect on you? Simplifying your relationships allows you to make room for those that uplift your spirit, helping you grow and find greater peace in life. By simplifying your relationships, you make space for what truly matters. Fewer, but deeper connections can bring far more fulfillment. As you reduce the noise, you create room for relationships that promote personal growth and a sense of belonging. You become more attuned to your own values, needs, and energy levels, and this allows you to nurture the relationships that align with your true self. This practice of simplification leads to more joy and peace. In a world that encourages us to do more, be more, and know more people, the Stoic lesson is clear. Less is more. By focusing on fewer, more meaningful connections, you create an environment where authenticity, trust, and love can thrive. Simplifying. Your relationships isn't about cutting people off. It's about intentionally choosing those who truly support you and help you grow. It's about being present, letting go of toxic relationships, and saying no to things that drain you. In doing so, you make space for the life you truly want, one filled with peace, clarity, and meaningful connections. Take a moment to ask yourself, what relationships truly bring you joy? Which ones align with your values, and which ones are simply there out of habit or obligation? When you choose to simplify, you embrace the Stoic secret of less being more, opening the door to a more fulfilling, peaceful, and connected life. Let go of what no longer serves you, and create room for relationships that elevate your spirit and help you become the best version of yourself. This is the true power of simplifying your relationships. Number 5. Mindful living. Mindful living, a cornerstone of modern Stoicism, invites us to embrace the present moment, fostering an awareness that can reduce anxiety over the past or future. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of worry about what has already happened or what might come next. But by focusing on the here and now, we can ground ourselves in peace and clarity. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When we practice mindfulness, we are training ourselves to clear mental clutter and reduce the noise of unnecessary thoughts. Techniques such as meditation and breathing exercises are powerful tools that allow us to cultivate emotional resilience, as they quiet the mind and help us approach life's challenges with a calm perspective. This ability to remain present also extends to the way we nourish our bodies and minds. Simplifying our diet by choosing wholesome, natural foods can have a profound effect on our overall well-being. In modern Stoicism, this notion of balance is not just about emotional or mental health, but extends to the very foundation of how we care for ourselves physically. When we slow down and make conscious choices in our eating habits, we allow our bodies to thrive, and in turn, our minds remain clearer, more focused, and less burdened by distractions. This approach encourages us to savor small moments, whether it's relishing a meal, enjoying a walk in nature, or sharing an authentic conversation. Life is often rushed, and in that rush, we miss the subtle beauty of daily experiences. The Boar. Stoic idea of living according to nature encourages us to connect deeply with the simple pleasures life offers, without feeling the need to rush or accumulate more. It's through this slower pace that we learn to appreciate the richness of life in all its simplicity. Equally important in mindful living is the practice of gratitude, a habit that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have. A world that often pressures us to want more, practicing gratitude allows us to reframe our perspective and find contentment in our current circumstances. By consistently acknowledging the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Gratitude, in a way, becomes a counterbalance to modern desires for more possessions, more success, more validation. Through mindful living, we learn that contentment does not come from external accumulation but from an internal state of awareness and appreciation. Another critical element of mindful living is aligning our schedules with our true priorities. In the chaos of daily life, it's easy to become swept up in tasks or activities that do not serve our long-term well-being or personal values. By thoughtfully eliminating distractions and activities that don't align with what truly matters, we carve out space for the things that nourish us, be it time with loved ones, quiet reflection, or creative pursuits. As Epicurus teaches, freedom is the only thing you cannot have unless you give it to others. In modern life, freedom from unnecessary commitments allows us to direct our energy toward what is meaningful and fulfilling, leading to a greater sense of autonomy and control over our lives. Additionally, protecting our mental health is paramount, and this requires intentional rest and reflection. It's vital to recognize that rest is not a luxury, but a necessary practice for maintaining balance in life. In today's society, where productivity is often seen as the highest virtue, we must remember that taking time to recharge is essential for long-term effectiveness and well-being. Slowing down, stepping away from the noise, and giving ourselves space to rest enables us to return to life's demands with renewed energy and a sharper mind. Mindful living also encourages us to engage in hobbies or creative activities without judgment, offering us a chance to tap into a playful and relaxed state. Whether it's painting, gardening, or playing an instrument, these activities allow us to express ourselves freely without the pressure of perfection, leading to a deep sense of enjoyment and satisfaction. In modern Stoicism, this aligns with the idea that we should engage in activities for their own sake, not for external rewards or recognition, echoing the Stoic notion that virtue and fulfillment come from within. Finally, living with intention infuses every aspect of our lives with clarity and purpose. By intentionally crafting our daily decisions, we make life more meaningful and fulfilling. Each choice we make, whether it's how we spend our time, what we eat, or how we treat others, contributes to the overall mosaic of our life. Mindful living isn't just about slowing down or simplifying. It's about making deliberate choices that reflect our deepest values, ensuring that our lives are aligned with what we truly want to experience. Through this conscious approach to living, we can embrace the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, creating a life that is both purposeful and peaceful. Number 6. Personal growth. In the pursuit of personal growth, a minimalist lifestyle offers a transformative path by helping us focus on what truly matters. In a world full of distractions, modern Stoicism teaches the value of intentional living, where less is more. By simplifying our lives, we eliminate unnecessary clutter, both physical and mental, and create space for self-reflection. This clarity helps us gain deeper insights and fosters meaningful progress. As Seneca wisely said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and often it is our cluttered lives, overwhelmed with distractions and trivial commitments, that obscure our true potential. A minimalist approach clears the way for growth by allowing us to direct our energy towards what is essential. A crucial element of personal growth is setting clear, focused goals that align with our values. By defining what we truly want to achieve, We stop chasing fleeting desires and avoid being pulled in too many directions. This focused effort provides clarity and purpose. In Stoic philosophy, we are reminded to focus only on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This mindset helps conserve our energy, ensuring we spend it on what truly matters instead of on things that do not serve our well-being. Personal growth also requires eliminating habits that limit our potential. Whether procrastination, self-doubt, or unhealthy relationships, these patterns can hold us back from reaching our full capabilities. Modern Stoicism encourages us to confront our shortcomings with honesty and self-compassion, creating the space for incremental improvements. Like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble, we gradually shape our character through consistent, small actions. Each positive change builds a stronger foundation for growth and turns our aspirations into tangible achievements. Additionally, personal growth flourishes when we commit to learning and pursuing new passions. A minimalist lifestyle creates room for such pursuits by simplifying our commitments and freeing up time for activities that enrich us intellectually and emotionally. Whether acquiring new skills, reading, or exploring creative endeavors, these activities help nurture our personal development. Modern Stoicism emphasizes that the journey itself holds as much value as the destination, teaching us to find fulfillment in the process of growth rather than just the outcome. A vital part of growth in a minimalist lifestyle is reducing exposure to negativity. This might mean distancing ourselves from toxic people, harmful media, or draining environments. The Stoics understood how our surroundings shape our thoughts and actions. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." By surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we create an environment conducive to growth, one that supports our emotional and intellectual development. Practicing gratitude plays a pivotal role in this process. Shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have fosters a mindset of abundance which builds emotional resilience and helps us navigate life's challenges with grace. Resilience is the foundation that allows us to view obstacles not as setbacks, but as opportunities for learning and growth. The beauty of personal growth lies in its simplicity. Small, consistent improvements lead to significant transformations over time. Every mindful choice, every small act of discipline shapes the life we desire. Personal growth is not about achieving perfection, but about making steady progress. In a minimalist lifestyle, we let go of unnecessary attachments, be they material possessions, outdated beliefs, or unhealthy relationships. By releasing these burdens, we make space for new opportunities, fresh perspectives, and personal growth. Epicurus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset allows us to see challenges as opportunities for evolution and growth. Personal growth is a deeply personal journey that demands both courage and self-compassion. The minimalist approach, aligned with modern Stoicism, ensures that every step we take is intentional, impactful, and aligned with our deeper purpose. By simplifying our lives and focusing on what truly matters, we unlock greater possibilities for a more fulfilling existence. Embracing change, practicing gratitude, and making thoughtful choices unlock our potential for transformation, allowing us to become the best versions of ourselves in a world that often values accumulation over simplicity. True growth is found in the simplicity of progress, a journey that begins with a single mindful step. As we wrap up today's video, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on how the less is more philosophy can truly transform your life. By embracing simplicity, you can create space for what truly matters, whether it's the joy of laughter, the warmth of love, or the peace of mind that comes with living intentionally. Remember, as the Stoics remind us, live under the sunshine and let the simple treasures of life bring you serenity. I encourage you to apply these principles in your daily routine and see how they contribute to your personal growth and happiness. What's one small change you can make today to simplify your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your insights. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Stoic in your life community for more wisdom on living a simpler, more fulfilling life.